Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com. So guess what? The maniacs over at MSNBC got canceled today. They wouldn't let them go on the air after Trump got it, after his assassination attempt. Morning Joe pulled from air Monday because of Trump shooting. What happened, guy? Did Joe Scarborough just crumble apart like gluten-free bread? What happened? Is he sitting naked in some padded corner with Keith Olbermann and Rob Reiner, draped in an American flag? Because that's what I think. Is he writing his contract terms in feces on the wall? That's what I think's happening. MSNBC will not air Morning Joe, its celebrated political roundtable program, on Monday, opting to instead air continued breaking news coverage of the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. The Progressive News Network confirmed the decision to preempt its influential and top-rated morning show after a CNN inquiry Sunday evening. The network said the show will resume airing on Tuesday. So I guess tomorrow will be back on. So if you're going to watch this as a video, which will be released tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, it's supposedly back on the air. So did they have to send him to anger management courses and stuff like that? This is really something. He must have been on the phone telling his producers that there's no way not to look like a piece of shit now. Because he does. The decision by MSNBC to leave one of its most recognizable programs on the sidelines amid a seismic politics-driven news cycle, with the Republican National Convention getting underway in the wake of Saturday's shooting at Trump's campaign rally, is certain to raise eyebrows. They also refer to it as the Saturday shooting at Trump's rally. It sounds like somebody was shot somebody else. It was an assassination attempt. CNN, huh? A person familiar with the matter told CNN that the decision was made to avoid a scenario in which one of the show's stable of 24+ guests might make an inappropriate comment. Oh, one of the guests would? Not Joe Scarborough. Okay. In a comment on live television that could be used to assail the program and network as a whole. Yeah. Well, how about you just don't bring on guests? Why would you do that? They're afraid of Joe Scarborough. Given the breaking news nature of the story, the person said it made more sense to continue airing rolling breaking news coverage in the fraught political moment. Really? Put it on the guest. It's not Joe Scarborough. Given the gravity and complexity of this unfolding story, NBC News, NBC News Now, and MSNBC have remained in rolling breaking news coverage since Saturday evening. As we continue to cover this story into the week, the networks will continue to cross simulcast, alternating between NBC News, NBC News Now, and what the hell is that? Does anybody even know what that is?
No.
I don't watch that corporate news like I used to. I don't watch it at all, in fact. NBC News Now and MSNBC reports, so there is one news feed covering this developing situation. In the wake of the attempt on Trump's life, some of the former president's supporters have vehemently criticized the press and liberal media commentators for their hard-knuckled reporting.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not hard-knuckled, CNN. It's knuckle-brained. It's inflammatory. It's over the top. It's what the lefties like to call stochastic terrorism, which has sounded the alarm on what 4 more years under the former president would look like. So this CNN bullshit article makes it sound like they're just telling you the truth, and the MAGA supporters can't take it. Cesar Conde, the chairman of NBC Universal News Group, made the decision in conjunction with Rashida Jones, the president of MSNBC, and hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, the person familiar with the matter. Oh, really? They all, yeah, Mika and Joe, they wanted to take themselves off the air. Over the course of the campaign cycle, news organizations have reported at length on Trump's plans to warp the federal government for his own ends. What the fuck? They're still doing it. They don't know how else to report on Trump, but to make him out to be some maniac who's going to wreck our country. Even though he was president for 4 years already. Including seek vengeance against his political opponents. Do you mean what the Biden administration is doing right now? The 4 bullshit indictments of Donald Trump. That reporting is now facing scrutiny, with some Trump supporters blaming it for producing a charged atmosphere that gave way to the assassination attempt. You think? While mostly looking past the incendiary rhetoric of the former president. Oh, yeah, really? This is wow. So are they going to claim that because they've chosen not to broadcast Morning Joe after the assassination attempt, that that's Donald Trump already censoring them? MSNBC has in particular been blasted by Trump allies, putting the network in the spotlight. Some of Trump's allies have gone as far. I'm not a Trump ally, and I'm blasting them. They always have to make it, oh, it's just the people who like Trump. No, it's anybody who's sober. Some of Trump's allies have gone as far as to attack the network's parent company, Comcast. Attack them? You mean like try to shoot them in the head? It's not the first time MSNBC has made such programming decisions in charged political moments. Hey, if they're attacking Comcast, I take a number and get in line. Last year, after Hamas executed its deadly October 7th... Oh, they're still doing this. After Hamas did their October 7th attack on Israel, MSNBC quietly pulled 3 of its Muslim broadcasters from the air. It wasn't so quiet. Everybody noticed. You know who didn't do anything about it because they don't have any integrity or character? Chris Hayes, fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell, Rachel Maddow, the people who host the shows there. None of them did anything. That move, which came after some pro-Israel forces criticized the tone of MSNBC's coverage, left some staffers at the network feeling uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable enough to say anything or do anything, but comfortable enough to keep taking their paycheck and going on air and not doing anything. Scarborough in 2023, if he's elected, Trump will execute whoever he wants. You want to see him say it? Here it is.
And if he is voted into office, then a lot of these people that are talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying, you're going to look like idiots because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country. Just look at his past. It's not really hard to read. The only thing that stood between him and the destruction of American democracy was the federal judiciary.
Joe Scarborough, so he is so interchangeably stupid with the other Joe running the country at this point. And he knows damn well that every president has had people executed. Barack Obama executed a 16-year-old American citizen extrajudicially. And they're all war criminals. So that's what they were afraid of. They're afraid of him going off like the maniac that he is. So I find it funny that Trump gets assassination attempt and Joe Scarborough doesn't get to go on TV. But you should watch them how they are covering the RNC. I watched a little bit of it today. They don't know what to say. The corporate press doesn't know what to say. They don't know how to cover it. Hey, have you ever wondered what happened to Chuck Norris? I did. I recently saw a video. There's a video of him. And first of all, he looks fantastic. He says he's got more energy than he did 10 years ago. And he's even stronger than he's been in the last 10 years. He can work out longer, and he has plenty of energy left over for his grandkids. That's what he says. Chuck Norris, he's 80. He did this by making one change. What's that? He says he feels like he's in his 50s. His wife even started doing it. This one thing, and she's never felt better. She says she feels 10 years younger. Her body looks leaner. She's got energy all day long. What's the one thing? Well, Chuck made a special video that explains it. I watched the whole video. It's a good video. Actually, I did. I like the video. I was interested, and I think I'm going to start taking this stuff. Anyway, it's going to change the way you go to chuckdefense.com/Jimmy. Go to chuckdefense.com/Jimmy, and you can click the link below of this video. And it will change the way you think about your health. Once again, that's chuckdefense.com/Jimmy. And click on the link in the description below to watch the video. You're not going to believe how simple it is. Just a reminder, the legendary Chuck Norris is a whopping 81 years old and yet has more energy than me. Well, that's not saying much. He looks fantastic. He discovered he could create dramatic changes to his health simply focusing on 3 things that sabotage our body as we age. Watch this method by clicking the link in the description below, chuckdefense.com/Jimmy. Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com.